Sorry guys, are you busy?
Yes, right now we were checking the finance plans, but what do you want?
Well, I've got Alberto with me and he's very interested to know about AYUDA En Accion, and I would really like to know you tell him about your trips.
Oh, no problem. Take a seat.
Okay,
Thank you.
great, thank you. All right. Very good. Are you sure you don't mind? I don't want to impose or anything.
It's okay. Just go ahead.
Okay, great, wonderful. So, first question.
Okay.
Which countries have you been to?
Okay, I've been to many countries, but AYUDA is working
Okay.
in 5 countries in Africa.
Okay.
Okay, it's Ethiopia, it's Kenya, Uganda, Mozambique, and Malawi.
Okay, great, great. And what are some of the projects that have influenced you the most? Because if you've traveled and worked on a lot of projects, I'm sure some of them stand out to you the most. Yeah.
Well, I recall one project in the capital of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa.
Okay.
You know, women in Africa are really marginalized. Okay,
Right,
they have
right.
no access to resources. They have to take care of the family. They have to take care of children.
Right.
They have to walk long distances to collect water, firewood, and the most important thing, I mean, they have little space for in the making process and making decisions process.
Oh, really? So they have a lot of responsibility, but they have no power.
They don't have influence,
Okay.
either in the community or in the private.
Right.
In the private house.
It's a shame. So it's off balance. It's really not balanced at all.
It's gender disparity. So we are trying to improve their living conditions,
Okay.
and we are implementing one project. So we are supporting these women in Ethiopia through microcredits.
Microcredits. Okay. All right.
Okay, with these small loans, they are able to run small businesses.
Oh, great. They can start up a business, give them some opportunity.
By their own.
Right.
So they are the owners.
Right.
Okay, so grocery shops, small restaurants, and the impacts are immediate and really, really good impact because they become more economically independent. Okay, they have, I mean, they are trained, so they know how to run their business.
Right.
They have more influence in the community because they are playing an active role.
Yeah, they're business owners now, so you know, the community will listen to a business owner more than an individual.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they are making money, so they can improve their family conditions.
Absolutely.
And it's really, really good for the self-esteem.
Sure.
So they become more vocal, so they are not afraid to talk in public.
Right.
They express themselves, so it's
You're
really
empowering the women who, for so long there, have probably been, you know, they've taken power away from them, if anything. Okay.
Yeah, right.
All right.
good. And I think the impacts are really, really good. And I just came back from Malawi.
Malawi,
It's a
okay.
beautiful country.
And what kind of things were you doing over there in Malawi? What kind of projects?
Okay, AYUDA En Accion has been there since 1990.
1990, okay.
So we have supported many projects, but I will tell you about 2.
Okay.
Okay, it's in the south part of the country. So you know, HIV/AIDS pandemic is causing a dramatic impact.
The HIV pandemic, right, HIV.
It's really bad.
It's very serious.
And we're focusing on remote areas.
All right.
Okay, because they are really disprotected. Okay, they are not in a city, so if they want to have more information about the virus or they want to get therapy, they have to walk long distances. It probably would take 1-2 days to get there.
Oh, really? It's not like
Even
you
3.
and I, if we have a problem, we're in the hospital in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You're right, and it means they have to pay accommodation, they have to pay transport, they have to pay food, and they cannot afford it.
It's a big process. in the end.
What we're trying to do in close collaboration with local authorities is we are opening VCT centers.
Okay, now what does VCT stand for?
VCT stands for Voluntary Counseling and Testing.
Okay.
Okay, in these counseling sessions, they share information about the virus.
All right.
And also they talk about the consequences
Right.
that probably they will deal with in case they are found HIV positive.
Okay.
Okay, and I will tell you another one. It's a, okay, like in Ethiopia, the women are being marginalized.
Right.
And girls will become women someday.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so they are the ones who first drop out school.
Oh,
and
the
they
first ones to
abandon.
drop out. The harder is to drop out. The first ones to drop out of school are women or young girls in this case, yeah?
Yeah. So, yeah, because I mean they have some food insecurity periods.
Okay.
And they are the ones who are sent to work or to find some food.
As you said before, the responsibility falls on them.
They take full responsibility.
Right.
Even if they are girls, they have to take full responsibility. And also, I mean, a new figure is appearing. That's that person who is ill from AIDS.
Right.
So they have to take care also of that sick person.
Sure, sure. Okay.
So, I mean, many problems they are facing, and they are the one who is. I mean, they are not going for further levels in school.
Right. Yeah, they're kind of bottoming out at a very low level because they have to tend to life's problems instead of focusing on their education.
Yeah, and traditionally, I mean, parents, they don't encourage girls to go to school because, I mean, they're going to get married.
Yep.
So we're trying to change that.
The mentality behind it, sure.
And it was my trip to
And I'm sure you have thousands of stories you can tell me of. And
Yeah,
it must
I
be,
can.
let me ask you one more question, really important. I'm sure it must be almost bittersweet. Like it's when you get there, it's very sad, it's very difficult to see people living in these conditions, especially because we're used to living so well and having everything we need. But also, I'm sure another part of you, your heart just feels great, you know, when you see that, you know, so many things are being done to help further the level over there.
I think it's really rewarding.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
they are tough, they are difficult, but you have to keep in mind that you are working.
Right.
And we are working in AYUDA En Accion for improving people living conditions.
People's living conditions.
People's living conditions.
Right.
So it's hard, but I think you learn how to deal with it, and it's really good to have a first-touch image,
A first-hand image.
first-hand image,
Right,
and
right.
also to interact with communities.
Right.
I mean, every time I go there, I learned a lot from them.
And not only about them, but about yourself and things that maybe we take for granted in everyday life.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Well, listen, we have to talk another time. I'd like to hear more.
Anytime.
I don't want to interrupt your meeting anymore. I know you guys are very busy here, but since he was showing me around, this was another important part, and wanted to get to talk to you firsthand about what's happening out there in those places. So, all right. Well, listen, keep up the good work.
Yeah, I
It's
will.
very admirable what you do. Excellent. So that's wonderful. You know, I never knew so much went into such an organization. It's excellent, really interesting. But I have one more question for you. How could I sponsor a child? I want to know how I could go about sponsoring a child.
Well, you're actually very lucky because the person you might have to talk with, she's right here. She's Ines,
Oh, okay. Hello.
right? Have to go. Yeah, I've got a meeting. It's been great talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll
Yeah.
see each other sometime. So
Yeah.
anytime you need some information, just give us a call.
Great. Thank you so much for your time, Julian. It was perfect. It was very informative. Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye. Hi. My name is Alberto.
My name is Ines.
Okay, great. Ines, well, they told me that you could tell me about sponsoring a child, so what information do you have for me?
Well, when you sponsor a child, you establish a personal and close relation with the child, his family, and the community where he lives.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, so what happens is what they told me before, and I think this is wonderful, that you don't only help that child, but you help the entire community.
Yes, all the activities that the AYUDA En Accion does there, that support with the sponsor that you make.
Okay, so that's great. So this is great. I think this is one of the best parts because in the past, before I came here today, I thought that it only helped one child. And that's not the case. It helps the whole community where that child lives and his or her family.
No, not make difference between the different families.
It doesn't make a difference.
That
It
doesn't make difference between the families that
Right.
in these communities.
Okay, great. I think that's great. And now, once I sign up, what will I get to my house? What kind of information can I expect?
Well, you will receive a photo of the child
Okay.
with his personal details and his family, and information about the community
Okay.
and the work that AYUDA En Accion does there.
Oh, great, wonderful. Okay, now let me ask you this. I've heard that also that the child will write to me. Is this true? The child will write me letters? And...
Yes, you will receive twice a year letters and pictures from the child.
From the child,
yes,
okay.
In this letter, the child tells you your life.
His
about,
or her life,
yes,
right?
yes.
Not my life or my life.
No.
Okay,
You know,
so his or her life, and they just keep you updated, mantente al día. They keep you updated about what's happening in their community.
Yes, in the community, in his
Okay.
life, and about the works that AYUDA En Accion does there.
In their
Yes.
community, great,
Yeah.
great. And let me ask you this, a very important question. How much is it?
Only 70 cents a day.
70 cents a
Yes.
day? Wait, that's
Very
cheaper
cheap,
than a cup of
yes.
coffee.
Yes.
I had no, okay, great, 70 cents a day. Well, I have another question then. Where do I sign?
Only have to fill out this form with your
Okay.
details, personal details.
Okay.
And in only two weeks, you receive in your house this pack similar like this.
Similar
with-
to
yes,
this, similar to this. Mhm.
with information about our works there in this area.
Okay.
About information about the child.
Great, great. Okay, well, this is great. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
time, and I'll see you soon, hopefully.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
What can I do to help? I mean, how can I help as an individual?
Well, in Ayuda en Acción we have different figures that you can actually help.
Okay.
You can do a donation.
To make a donation?
You can make a donation. Well, you can become a member.
Okay.
And another figure that we have is just sponsoring a child.
They become more economically independent. Okay, they have, I mean, they are trained, so they know how to run their business.
Right.
They have more influence in the community because they are playing an active role.
Yeah, they're business owners now, so people know the community will listen to a business owner more than an individual.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they're making money, so they can improve their family conditions.
Absolutely.
And it's really, really good for the self-esteem.
In the past, before I came here today, I thought that it only helped one child. And that's not the case. It helps the whole community where that child lives and his or her family.
No, not make difference between the different families.
It doesn't make a difference.
That doesn't make difference between the families in these communities.
Well, I'm going to be a part of something truly incredible. Unfortunately, we're out of time. That's right, the show's over. But I hope you learned a lot and you had a good time too. And we'll see you next time here on English on the Go. Bye-bye.